one needs to have a place as madcap as this, because it just kind of needles things along and spurs things along and doesn't follow any agenda except the very eclectic and weird workings of Dan's mind, and that's extraordinarily valuable. There's no place like it in London.
I would just like to see it get easier for him. And although he's used to working on a shoestring, there are, having some money to create this dream that he is continually in the process of creating. And so he doesn't have to work so hard. I mean, to have to get up in the morning, run the theatre, and then do the pub at night to ensure that the pub's coffers are high enough to supplement the theatre is just too much.
How many times have you picked up the towel but not actually thrown it in over the years?
Every morning. Every morning I say, what on earth am I doing? And I wander down the stairs, I sit at my desk and I start to work and I just keep going.
Dan never knuckles under to everything. He bounces back. You put down on the floor, if he was a puncher like I was, he'd be the most dangerous bastard in the ring, because every time you put him down, he'd be back up, coming at you for have another go. That's our Dan. He's got arsehole, he's got plenty of guts.
He's a survivor, and I really admire that.
I think he's a very good case in point of someone who the theatre chose, and he didn't really choose it. The mark of Cain is upon the man, and or the mark of the theatre, and he has no choice, bless him.
Yeah, I mean, this is something sort of slightly unconventional about him. I think he's a good person. Now, that sounds sort of pretentious and ponderous these days, when cynicism really abounds, but he exudes a decency and a sense of values that you don't really find in very many places. And I suspect that, quite apart from his personal qualities, that's one reason why he's much respected and much loved in the theatre.
I've never come across a man who has given everything to it. He loves theatre and the productions, each production, and I watch his face every 6 weeks on opening night, and whatever it is, whether it's wonderful or not so wonderful, or he is like a child at Christmas, and his expression is worth capturing.
The King's Head always struck us as defying, economic law, almost the law of gravity. So one had an instinctive, protective and rather celebratory feeling simply because it existed.
You need places like this. You absolutely need places. If you're going to carry on and do bigger things, you need places where you can not only try things out, but you can be innovative. Everybody's so scared of failing in this business, quite understandably, because it costs a lot of money. But you need places which haven't got that fear.
He'll take risks. That's something that actors have to love, or anyone in this business has to love and has to have. But he has it to a very large degree. And I think that's what makes him such a charismatic and likeable and approachable person.
And he's still going, and he still fights every day for this thing that he believes in, and does give people opportunities and makes it work through thick and thin.
And he's there all hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Anytime you go there he'll be. It's extraordinary. I don't think he ever takes holidays.
He has a passion for what he does, and I would say that's one of his great qualities as well.
He's obviously a very strong person, because, like the woman in the Sondheim musical, he's still here.
It's a miracle I've survived so far. I can't even understand myself. It's a miracle if I survive till tomorrow.
Well, he's a real maverick, and a real survivor, and a real gift, because he won't stop, and he won't let anything stop him.
And I think there's a part of Dan in all of us, and we're all a part of Dan. And I think I'm probably about to sing Just My Dan, an ordinary man, hasn't got a thing that I can brag about. I really hope I'm not, actually.
I really adore the King's Head, even when I don't have a good time. I'm glad to have been here.
I would just love it to go on forever. the King's Head. I think it really should.
In a sense, the King's Head, I mean, I think it ought to be regarded not only as a treasure for the city, but probably a national treasure. But may I say, even more so, I think Dan Crawford is a national treasure.
Yes, I would agree. He's one of the angels that we have in theatre, and those people are just invaluable.
Tomorrow is another day, another hole to dig myself out of, another crisis. Not tomorrow, today is the crisis. Right now, here. We shall see what happens.
I've often wondered whether Dan's loony. Yes.
Is Dan mad?
Is he mad? Is Dan mad?
Without doubt. Only in the sense that all the most exciting people working in theatre have to be a bit mad.
Are we mad for working with Dan?
We've just seen a fantastic double bill of Anthony Minghella plays, which were only marginally more dramatic than what Dan did in the bar just now, which was throw a chair at the wall. I've actually never seen anybody throw a chair at the wall before, but now I have. And it's rather exciting. Everybody's going, oh, did that really happen? It's kind of walking around 3 inches off the floor. So yes, probably. I think that's a good definition of madness, isn't it?
I think Dan is eccentric.
Eccentric?
But
certainly not mad. Certainly not mad.
Dan is certifiably mad.
Dan is not mad. Dan is an original. Dan's an enthusiast. Well, he's a bit mad.
A north-northwest mad, I think, probably.
It depends who's asking the question.
Is Dan mad?
No, he's not mad. Not mad, no. Dan isn't mad, no.
Dan has genius and he's mad. If one is allowed to quote oneself, stark raving sane is what Dan is.
I have no idea. You'll have to ask him that.
What's the answer to that question I ask myself in the morning? And I say, well, I don't know really. I'll have to ask myself tomorrow morning.
He's rainbow mad, which is okay.
The King's Head Theatre's 35th anniversary.
Thank you all very, very much indeed. And we're very, very lucky tonight that it's not raining. It is! It is raining. We're not lucky. But it's not so bad. This is really not my birthday. This is the birthday for the theatre. And yes, I've guided it and steered it and had a few ideas along the way. But it's not me. It's the theatre, really, whose birthday it is. It's the theatre that's done this. It's all of you out there who have contributed to it over the years who have done it. And it's your birthday. It's all the people to whom it belongs. And it belongs to everyone and each one of you. It's your birthday, as well as mine. I mean, I've only just kind of guided a few. I've had a few ideas here, a few good bits of casting that were sensible, a few bits that weren't. Chosen the odd hit, chosen the odd flop. But I mean, and as one would do, if you're running a theatre. But I didn't make them succeed. It was the performers who did. It was the directors who did. It was the writers who did. You're the ones who did it. You're the ones who made the real contribution. You were up here on stage. I was only talking about no smoking. I was giving no smoking announcements. I wasn't doing anything sensible at all. You were acting. You were directing. You were writing. You were participating. You were supporting. You were providing finance. You were providing support. You were doing all these things that made it all happen. It's your birthday. And it's your theatre as much as it is mine. And thank you all so much for coming. I'm weepy.
Even when the darkest clouds are in the sky, you mustn't sigh and you mustn't cry. Spread a little happiness as you go by.
If I've achieved anything here, and continue to achieve anything here, or continue to keep the achievement going, I think it's because at a very early age, my mother convinced me that I could do anything that I chose to do. When I was a boy, she said I could do or go anywhere I would like. When I went to theatre, she said, against all people who said the opposite, do it by all means. Don't do it because it's what you want to do, but do it because it would be fun. Do it because you will have a fun life.
When the darkest clouds are in the sky, you mustn't sigh and you mustn't cry. Just spread a little happiness as you go.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers are dying. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and soft with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh,